I'm Heather Vitale. We are covering the leaders from the Harrington Raceway meet. So let's chat about our top 2020 trainer. And that would be Jim King Jr., taking home the honors for leading conditioner at this Kent County Oval. Jim's stable visited Victory Lane 35 times during this recent meet. The Harrington resident, who has one of the top barns in North America, notched his first training title at the half-mile oval. Let's see one of Jim King Jr.'s trainees in action as we bring in a field of high steppers. It's the Junior Open Handicap Trot, to be exact, and the one to watch is number 6, Bluebird Jessie, as this field lines up behind the starting gate over the half-mile oval to compete for a purse of $15,000.
They're off. Fun Time Charlie out for the lead up the inside Monteverde. Ridgeway Springs is between horses outside Bluebird Jessie. Down low rail Special Miss followed by Jammin' Jack. And there's a Demon in Me, gets away last. They race over toward the backstretch. And coming out on top is Monteverde, Ridgeway Springs. Fun Time Charlie got away second on the outside. That's Bluebird Jessie. Ridgeway Springs is fourth, racing fifth, Special Miss. 2.5 to Jammin' Jack, followed by There's a Demon in Me. Opening quarter went in 28 1/5. Bluebird Jessie now on top. Monteverde racing in second, followed by Fun Time Charlie. Ridgeway Springs is there fourth, in fifth, that's Special Miss, followed by the trailers, Jammin' Jack, and There's a Demon in Me. Field comes over toward the half with Bluebird Jessie on top by a length and a half, almost 2 lengths. Monteverde racing in second, third is Fun Time Charlie on the outside. Special Miss with a brave move toward the inside, Ridgeway Springs. Then it's Jammin' Jack, and There's a Demon in Me. They make their way into the clubhouse turn. The leader is Bluebird Jessie, followed by Monteverde. Special Miss up on the outside all the way up into second. Back to third goes Monteverde. Fourth, that's still Fun Time Charlie, 2.5 to Ridgeway Springs. Then comes Jammin' Jack, and There's a Demon in Me. They continue up the backstretch. On the way toward 3/4, Bluebird Jessie, Special Miss. Monteverde down toward the inside. 3/4, 127. And 4/5, Bluebird Jessie. Back along the inside. That's Monteverde. Special Miss races on the outside. 2 lengths to Fun Time Charlie. They come toward the top of the stretch. And it's Bluebird Jessie opening up. It's 3 lengths. Trying to hold second, Monteverde. Special Miss out a long way. Down inside, Fun Time Charlie. Jammin' Jack coming on the far outside. Trying to get into second. It's Bluebird Jessie, Jammin' Jack. Bluebird Jessie, Jammin' Jack, and Monteverde in 156 3.
Bluebird Jessie, driven by Allan Davis, does the work on the front and wins easily by 4 lengths in 156 3 for owners Brian Carsey, Adam Friedland, and Casey Myers. The 6-year-old trotter notched his 5th victory of the year for the 2020 Harrington leading trainer, Jim King Jr.
You do anything special to get ready for this race?
Just dropped him in. He's just a good little horse. Yep, he does everything he's supposed to, and he's very enjoyable to be around.
All right, Allan, tell us about this race.
I had the best horse. I left out there, let Morgan cross over, and then I moved on to the front. Russell let me go, and at the half I backed it down a little bit, and then from there it was all go.
Who drove home the title for the leading reinsman at the 2020 Harrington meet? Glad you asked. It was Allan Davis. This is the second time the Smyrna resident has finished up a Harrington meet at the top of the standings. Allan made it to the winner's circle 64 times during the 2020 season at the Kent County half-mile track. And on that note, let's check out Allan in action and in Victory Lane as we watch another event from Harrington. Let's take a look at number 5 in here, Teddy Roosevelt, who goes behind the starting gate as the favorite in this trotting event.
They're off. Teddy Roosevelt out for the lead. Royal Status, Fair Glider right alongside. They make the way into the first turn. Royal Status with Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt on the outside up after lead. Royal Status has the rail. Another 2 lanes. Fair Glider got away third. Racing in fourth is Silent Symbol. Then comes Trust Fund Baby. Trailing are Disco Soleil, Toolbox, and Justify. Field makes the way up the backstretch. And it's Teddy Roosevelt on top, but there goes Royal Status to retake the lead. Teddy Roosevelt back to second. Opening quarter, 28 3/5 into the turn. Royal Status is up to get the lead. Teddy Roosevelt is back to second. Another 2.5. Fair Glider got away third. Racing in fourth, that's Silent Symbol. Trust Fund Baby is next. A gap of 3 lanes to Disco Soleil. Toolbox and Justify are at the end. And Royal Status has gone up and gotten lead back from Teddy Roosevelt, who's now second. 2 lanes, Fair Glider is still third. Racing fourth, Silent Symbol to the outside. Trust Fund Baby may follow 2 lanes. Disco Soleil at the end are Toolbox and Justify to the outside. 58 seconds, they race around the turn toward the back stretch. Royal Status leads it by a little bit more than a length. Racing inside there is Teddy Roosevelt. Here's Silent Symbol on the outside, getting closer. Following is Trust Fund Baby. Down inside, that's Fair Glider. They race toward 3/4, and Royal Status maintains the lead. And Teddy Roosevelt is there with Silent Symbol racing on the outside. Here comes a 3-wide move from the back of the pack from Justify. 3/4, 128-1. They're midway on that final turn toward the top of the stretch. Royal Status, Silent Symbol, waiting inside Teddy Roosevelt, and they're at the top of the stretch with Royal Status coming off the turn with the lead. Teddy Roosevelt angles toward the inside, coming through the stretch. Teddy Roosevelt down the inside. Teddy Roosevelt gets the lead and moves away. Teddy Roosevelt, Royal Status, and Silent Symbol.
Teddy Roosevelt with Harrington's leading driver, Allan Davis, got a good trip to win in 157-4 for owner Legacy Racing of Delaware. The 5-year-old trotter is trained by Wayne Givens. Our 2020 Harrington Raceway season has come to a close. So let's see which Superstar Standardbred was voted Horse of the Meet. And a special congratulations goes out to Montys Play, the United States Harness Raiders Association's Horse of the Meet. During 2020 at Harrington, the Pacer had 10 starts with 7 wins and over $47,000 in earnings. The 5-year-old won for a couple different trainers during the season, and on a recent post time, we saw Montys Play crossing the finish line first for trainer-driver owner Jason Lynch in September. So, for this episode, we'll check out Montys Play in his first win of the season at the half mile, which was a win back in June for trainer Joe Hunter-Funt Jr.
They're off. There goes TJ Blast out for that lead. Toward the inside, Doer and Jack moves out. Montys Play got away third. Racing fourth into that first turn is Major Key. Behind Major Key is Cousin Brucey. Middle-aged Crazy is next. The early trailers as they go to the backstretch are Ideal Rocky and Kokani Sister. They make their way midway up the backstretch, approaching the opening quarter, and Doer and Jack comes out with a 2-lane lead. TJ Blast sits in second in front of Montys Play, who's third. Getting away fourth was Major Key, followed by Cousin Brucey. Quarter time was 29 seconds. Field makes the way into the far turn with Doer and Jack leading by about 1.5 lengths. Sitting in second is TJ Blast with Montys Play racing third. Then comes Major Key as they come over toward the top of the stretch the first time. Leading it is Doer and Jack. It's about 1 length, racing up on the outside now. Here comes Montys Play. Montys Play is up after the leader. Down toward the rail, back to third now is TJ Blast. Following outside, Major Key, third over trip for Cousin Brucey. Down inside is Middle-aged Crazy, followed by the trailers, Ideal Rocky and Kokani Sister on the outside. They went by the half in 59 seconds. They race over toward the back stretch. It's an easy pace for Doer and Jack, 1.5 lengths leader. Montys Play races outside of TJ Blast. Following is Major Key up into fourth. Back to fifth goes Middle-aged Crazy. They continue up the backstretch toward 3/4, and Doer and Jack is still there, but getting closer now is Montys Play, and Montys Play has gone up and joined the leader in 127 2/5. They make their way into the far turn, Montys Play. Here comes a 3-wide move now from the back of the pack by Ideal Rocky. They come toward the top of the stretch. That's a 3 wide Cousin Brucey. They straighten away now. Monty's Play with a short lead. Monty's Play. Cousin Brucey. And between horses, that's Major Key. They come toward the wire. Monty's Play is there. Monty's Play is going to hold on. Major Key and Cousin Brucey, 156-3.
Monty's Play wins on the first night of the 2020 meet for owner Bill Sarton, trainer Joe Hunter Funt Jr., and driver Art Stafford Jr. Again, Monty's Play switched hands a couple of times during the meet, but his performances overall proved very worthy to be the Harrington 2020 horse of the meet. Okay, so I said in the beginning of the show that I was not going to make this Halloween themed, but I came across this wonderful video about Greyhound, the incredible trotter from the 1930s, who was also known as the Grey Ghost. As a preface to the video, I should tell you that Greyhound won the 1935 Hambletonian, and his record mile of 155 and 4 in 1938 stood for over 30 years. He won 71 out of 82 heats and held 14 world records. When he retired in 1940 in Illinois, his owner, Colonel Baker, had an air-conditioned stall built for him with a sitting room for guests. For 25 years during his retirement, he attracted visitors from 30 countries and all 50 states, until his death at the age of 33. Now, this video you're about to see is an intimate look at Greyhound, narrated by his wonderful caretaker, Julie Putnam.
And I thought, well, this is going to be quite a chore for an old country boy, but I decided to do my best. And the more I was with him, the more I became attached to him, and that just kept growing on me. And which it will with anyone, I think. It's with anything that's as great as that horse was, and something that you really like. Why, you learn to love them. One of the questions that so many people ask when they come to see Greyhound was why we always kept a blanket on him. Well, there was more than one reason. Mr. Baker always wanted him to look like a show horse and always wanted him dressed up. But another reason was that him being a snow white horse, he would eat hay and grass and so on and so forth, and if he hadn't had a blanket on, naturally the flies would have got on him, or he'd have had a little itchy spot or something, and he would reach around and bite himself or try to scare the fly off, and he would get the stain of the hay and the grass on him, which would mean another bath, even though it wasn't Saturday. And, you know, that won't do for take too many baths. And his blankets had to be specially made. They had to be a large size because he was such a large horse, and there had to be a special cut in the shoulders because his shoulders were so long and sloping and his withers high, which is what all good horsemen look for in a trotter, is a good, strong, long, sloping shoulder, which adds to their stride and their speed. And that, of course, old Greyhound had all of that. So that's why he was kept blanketed. Well, in the wintertime, he wore a heavy sort of a canvas blanket or a heavy cloth blanket, and which was always red with white surcingle. And then in the summertime, in hot weather, of course, he had to change to his Palm Beach suit, which was blankets were white and of a very light, cool material. And that a change of blankets sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. They fool around and slobber on those white blankets just like any kid would do.
Thank you to the Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame for that unique video that included a rare and beautiful interview with Julie Putnam, the caretaker of the legendary Greyhound. aka the Gray Ghost. For more information on the Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, visit harnessmuseum.com.